Let me ask you, Miss Crawford, and the matter of your aborted pregnancy, you said you did have an operation. Let me ask you, Miss Crawford, these rumors and nasty comments and insinuations, how have they affected your relationship with your Prime Minister and party leader, Andrew Holness?
Well, what I do notice, because the Prime Minister, he supports all of his it's not just members of Parliament and ministers, but all of the standard bearers. And I mean, the Prime Minister continues to extend himself and to give all of us support. So I wouldn't say, I still would say I still maintain a good relationship with our Prime Minister and party leader. But what I do notice at times, Cliff, and it doesn't matter to me if I'm going to be getting some beating for this when I hang up the phone. But I do realize that sometimes some of my own parliamentary colleagues, they treat me differently. There are some things that I feel I am denied of because of this rumor, or I think because this issue, it doesn't just affect me or the Prime Minister. The wife of the Prime Minister sits in the Parliament. She sits in the Speaker's chair. And Cliff, I'm not afraid to tell you that there's sometimes that people who have very good relationship with me, they talk to me on the phone, they hang out with me. Sometimes you can see it appears that they are torn, like they don't want to engage me because they don't know if the rumors are true. Themselves probably don't know or not sure, but they don't want to be offensive. So I think some of them are caught in a little limbo, trying to be careful how they engage me when Mrs. Holness is there or so, because I don't know. But I sense that and I feel that at times.
Well, let me ask you, have you ever been involved in an intimate moment or relationship affair with the Prime Minister?
No, Cliff Hughes. Categorically no. I have never. These rumors started from the time that I was in G2K, when I just came fresh from the scene and wanted to enter and to expand, and then some of them started to emerge around the time of the leadership challenge, and then they died down, and then it started to take a different spin. At every level, when they put out something and it doesn't work, they add a new dimension to it and keep adding to it when they realize it's not sticking.
And the matter of your aborted pregnancy, you said you did have an operation, but it had to do with...
No, I didn't. No, I didn't have any operation at all. What I said is that I have been struggling with fibroids.
Yes.
Yes, and so at that point I had a little bulge.
Yes.
Right, because I was in the gym and the gym instructor realized that the bulge was still there, and he told me to check to see if it's fibers, because sometimes when you have that lower bulge, it's fibers.
Yes.
So I've been doing my treatments for it. So that is when I guess that is when one member of the opposition ran the joke. I don't know if it's a joke or deliberate, to say, boy, it looked like Rhoda pregnant, and then it got out there to bloggers that I was pregnant. Yeah. And then when I share the concern to some of my colleagues on both sides, they say, Rhoda, leave it alone. That's stupidness. And I said to them, no, it's not stupidness. They're saying, if you're pregnant, a baby will emerge in 9 months. And I said to them, but if a baby doesn't emerge, they're going to come up with something else. They're going to say, oh, she must have aborted the child. And here we are today.
Yes. And how has this affected your communication, your relationship with Mrs. Holness?
Well, I don't, Mrs. Holness, everyone is just, generally just cordial, but I don't have that. There's no warmth.
Orderly, please take the podium to the member who wishes to commence. We will first hear from the member from Central Manchester. Members, I'm not sure what is happening, but when the House Leader announces the order in terms of housekeeping points, if you would like to go second, third, fourth, you need to have that discussion with the House Leader. It's untidy to do it on the floor of the Parliament. So if you're switching around, members, you need to consult with the House Leader. That's why those order of who goes first, second, third is done by the House Leader. So respectfully in future, consult and have a discussion with the House Leader. Members, please make welcome to her feet the member from Central Manchester who will now do her State of the Constituency debate.
Madam Speaker, with pride and a deep sense of purpose, I rise to account for the steadfast work and solid achievements as Member of Parliament for Manchester Central, a constituency now regarded as a model for others to emulate.
So it's affected it?
I think so. I would say so.
Oh, the relationship is cold. Is it?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
The relationship is cold.
Yes, I would say so. I'm not just with Mrs. Holness as I would have expressed.
Yes.
I can detect from some parliamentarians too. It's
Yes.
almost as if they believe, or shouldn't say they believe, but they are probably not sure, and so they want to be cautious and careful.
Yes. Yes. And how is this impacting your relationship? Are you in a relationship that it's impacting?
Yes, and I'm in a relationship, and my partner, every time that he sees these things, I mean, the relationship takes a batter, and there's a strain on the relationship as we speak.
Oh. Wow. Rhoda Crawford, I can only commiserate and encourage you to keep at the job of being Member of Parliament, and also please complete the PhD.
Yes, I need to. I've not been able to do a lot of work on the thesis, on the PhD, because I mean, if you really want to serve and serve well, this is a full-time job.
It is.
But I mean, I'm putting some contingency in place. But the long and short of it, Cliff, I don't want the greater message to be lost in what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
We, in our pursuit for political power, we need to be kinder to each other. We need to consider that, I mean, even though we are public servants, we have feelings too. We have family, we have people who love us and care for us, and these things can affect us too, not because we know what we've signed up for and we have a strong back. And I still want to encourage other young persons, because this is not just limited to politics. It's everywhere. Once a woman climbs up on the corporate ladder, the argument is always who is she sleeping with.
Yeah.
And we need to move away from that culture. And I wouldn't want another young person, because on a daily basis, Cliff, I could read a message I just got from a young girl yesterday who saw me on the screen in Parliament sitting behind Darrell, and she said, "My MP, I'm watching you. I'm so proud of you. You're my idol. You're my role model." And Cliff, I wouldn't want other little girls who are looking on to be deterred by what they're seeing. And I don't want the people or the country to suffer when good politicians, people with good intentions, just pack up their bags and walk away from this. I don't think it is fair, because all of us involved in this room have taken a hit. I am sure Mrs. Holness has taken a hit. I'm sure the Prime Minister himself has taken a hit.
Yeah.
Right?
Rhoda.
And it's not fair and it's not kind.
Rhoda
You
Crawford.
can't just get up, and what bothers me the most, Chris? People who don't know. They just see somebody say something and they run with it and they retweet and they reshare with no consideration. Is this true? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But Cliff, it's the age that we're in.
Yes.
It's the age that we're in. But I can assure you that I will be fighting on, and I will emerge even stronger. And the people of Manchester Central can be assured that I will continue to deliver excellent representation for as long as they continue to put their confidence in me by way of casting their votes in the ballot boxes whenever elections are called.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I'm calling on the Mayor Cliff to give us an update on what's happening with the drain on Ward Avenue.
Well, we have heard from Mayor Donovan Mitchell, and he says he will be coming on to respond.
Okay.
Good. Take care of yourself, Rhoda Crawford. This is Cliff Hughes